Hey y'all, T.I.'s doing comedy now. He gets on stage and I'm like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No, trash ass said, he disrespects the light. Don't you dare talk about his life. I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Rapper turned comedian, is that right? Telling jokes nobody like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Anytime I see you pick up the microphone to crack a few jokes, I'm ready to boo you. Stage time, you get it, I fear. Long ass words nobody wanna hear. Yeah, you ain't that funny, really not funny. Long as you got music, no need to be funny. You want it, I got it, sense of humor go by. Stop those broke ass jokes and be quiet. Trash ass said, he disrespects the light. Don't you dare talk about his life. I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Rapper turned comedian, is that right? Telling jokes nobody like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No.
That's right. Chin check. In the build. Shout out to Gerald B.
Two names. That's my rapper name.
Yo!
You're an idiot. Man, that shit
That was
is
hilarious.
no,
Oh
that's fun.
man, it's so
That
hopeful
boy
when he's
good.
on stage. I feel like we never get a chance to laugh. I want to laugh.
Shout out to Jeff Short in here with us early already.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, you're an idiot, dude. For that shit.
I heard it right away, like when he
We're
was
not
talking.
laughing tonight.
So as soon as his first set was going, I was like, I guess we're not laughing. Like I heard it right away. I was like, I gotta record a song about it.
But it seems like the case with every stand-up he's doing, and I'm just wondering, like, when it comes to the T.I. doing the transition to comedy, it's just, I don't know, where's the guidance at? There's two things. I see like a lack of guidance on one end, or maybe he's not taking guidance, and then I also see that it's just a blunt disrespect for comedy culture.
Right. That's exactly like when a comedian comes and talks to him about it, he's like just letting go in one ear and out the other. Like Michael Blackson's trying to talk to him about it. I love this. I'm going back again. It's like, you doing it again? I mean, do you know what you're going to do different? Are you going to do the same joke? Right? And he's, I'm going to do the joke where I say arbitrarily and expeditiously. I'm going to do those jokes. But it's not working. He's not even taking the boos properly. He was like, I got a standing ovation, so it should cancel it out. No, because you didn't get a standing ovation for comedy. You got a standing ovation for music.
The biggest thing that I notice is it's just he thinks that he can do rap, or no, he thinks he can do comedy how you can do the rap industry,
Right.
or the music industry. And my whole thing is, it's like you can't fake fun.
And the movie industry. So, you can fake acting a little bit because a lot of roles he's played.
Right, it's a different lane, but comedy is one of them things where it's like we're watching, we're listening. You can't pretty much, I think everything else you can kind of play on either an algorithm, or you can play on popularity, or you can play on certain things that kind of give you a push above people. In comedy, It doesn't matter that he's T.I. and he doesn't understand that.
Right. The only thing that matters that he's T.I. is audience, right? Since he is T.I., a lot of people want to go see T.I. And if I knew he was coming out to do comedy, in the back of my mind, it's like, I know he's going to do some music too, right? I'm thinking he's going to drop a track or two anyway. So now I get to see T.I. for a comedy price. That's what I feel like most people are doing. And that's why they cheered when he played Swagger Like Us, because they're like, oh, he's about to give us something. because these jokes are dry. They broke. They're terrible. Like,
man. And we had so the last week, like damn, we had the incident where he heckled old girl at the comedy spot.
And then she rolled with the punches and threw some stuff at him, and he couldn't take.
Right. And and then pretty much she came back, and then the shit kind of got awkward from there.
Oh, it was so uncomfortable when he was on stage acting like he was trying to. I think he was trying to kidnap her, like he does the other bitches that he has going on, because he grabbed her up, forgot where he was. And
he wanted to hit her.
He was whispering, "You lucky there's people around right now, because you would be in my basement right now."
he wanted to hit her. He definitely wanted to fucking hit her.
Man. And then he tried to clean it up at the end. He was like, "I'm gonna correct you and protect you." But there was no protection.
I'm gonna correct you first.
Yeah, I gotta correct you, then I protect you. The way he was trying to correct her was no protection.
That was one of the most pimping ass lines and shit. Like, man. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the new stand-up or the one that he just did at the Barclays where he turned the shit into a haunted house.
Full of booze. Yeah, I saw it.
But I was gonna pull it up.
Yeah,
and then I don't know. We
can't play it long like we did the first one, because that first one we almost all fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll play it by ear. If everybody start yawning, then we'll
right.
Let me see. So
Michaels, this is my first paid gig as a comic. I appreciate that. I don't know how many more motherfucking jacks he got to put on. This nigga changed more than Aretha Franklin. But I've learned so much in these 12 weeks, man. I've learned there's a lot of camaraderie in the world of comedy. I've learned there's a lot of growth, a lot to learn.
Hold on, let me stop it for a second. Do you want to? Okay, but you don't want me to just let it run through? Are we gonna kind of stop and pause?
Yeah, we can do
as
that.
It plays. Like if you have something that you want to say or something that you want to point out, because I mean you are.
All right, that right there, 12 weeks, my first paid gig after 12 weeks at the Barclays. There's no comedian in his right mind would feel like they were ready to do any type of time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, anything in front of that big ass crowd. No.
But that goes to a point that I was making as far as shout out to John Goodwill, public figure, killer, none realer. It goes to a point that I was making though. Like he doesn't understand that he's headlining the Barclays because he's T.I.
Who would headline the Barclays if he was rapping.
Right. And it's like, it's no appreciation for that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why he thinks that he can just jump over. And you'll see, because as the stand-up goes on, you'll see the constant disrespect to the comedy culture that I'm constantly talking about. And I think ultimately it's just going to fucking stifle him in the long run. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to have to either quit or he's going to continue looking foolish out here if he doesn't figure it out. But yeah, let's get back into it.
But not a lot of money for a new comedian, you know what I'm saying? And I never knew, it was, tight like that, you dig? But I see now that what we need is a union. We need a fucking union. Us comics, we need teamsters. We have demands. And as much support as people like Rip and other veterans have been giving me, man, you wouldn't believe it. Some comics are upset that I'm up here. They don't think that I'm up here. They don't think I should be here. They don't think I've earned the right. They don't think I paid my dues. Nigga, what dues, nigga? And pay them to who? You don't even have a fucking union. I'm trying to help you out, nigga.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, what was your opinion?
That was like the funniest thing he said the whole night, too. Right? What dues? I'm trying to help you. But he should know the dues. Like, he came up in the ranks of rap and he had to ask people if he could call himself king and see what they would say. Like, he wasn't just T.I. off the rip, right? He had to become because he was TIP, then he tried to get in the record label, he had to drop the P. Like there's things you have to do. It's just like with comedy. Like you have to develop that voice, basically. So that's the dues you're paying.
That's the difference.
Who you are as a comedian in that voice, to where people see you and they know you're gonna laugh because you have something that's funny to say. Not I'm T.I., so I'm about to tell some jokes.
Yeah, and that's the difference though with rap. What you notice with rap, and we've had this discussion before, is you're able to come in either it's all about what they say now. It's all about a bag.
Yeah.
And so it's just not the same dynamic. Like you can kind of come in, and if your crew is nicer, if you're bolder, if you got more popularity, or if you have more swag or whatever, you could kind of come in and bogart rap.
Right.
You know, but with comedy and shit, you can't do it. So it's like that's what you constantly see with him and shit. It's just like he's taking this shit like it's the rap game, and it's not. It's completely not.
Yeah,
you cannot fake comedy.
Yeah,
and he's gonna see that in a second.
And also, with the difference between comedy and music in general, you can vibe with the audience. You can get the energy off the audience, and they don't really have to pay full attention to you when you're doing music. Because all they have to do is hear it.
That's the thing, and that's what I could say as a rapper, and I perform and all that. Like, I got the beat, so you win the audience off top mostly with the beat, how the beat drops,
right,
and all that shit. And even if they don't know you as an up and coming artist, then they don't really know what the hell you're saying and shit. So if you got a good cadence in your beat, they can feel the beat.
You have like this strong line that they just caught their attention. They're like, oh, this is, so the beat's good,
right?
And you said something that caught their, now they're still listening.
Comedy is all MCing, and that's why that's why you can never talk me into doing it, because it's just like it's a different thing. Like, you have to have a respect for this shit, and man, if you don't, you see how it goes. You see how it's going with T.I. Right. Let's get back into this, because this shit's crazy.
Now, I'm here to tell you one thing, and I'm gonna say this with a clear conscience and a pure heart. Fame sucks, okay? Enjoy your anonymity as long as you can. Okay, yeah, what's your name, baby? Yeah. Okay, anonymity, that is the act of being anonymous, okay? Thank you so much for raising your hand. There's so many motherfuckers that want to know what the word means. You the only one to raise your hand. And I'm gonna tell you.
We had the crowd howling right there. You hear that?
The crowd was booing already when he said it sucks being famous. Like this, you could hear them booing already before you even got. Man, they were already booing from the beginning. It just kept growing and like
yeah, I think that's a total wrong thing to do, is to come in here and play it as if you're struggling or something in any type of way. Like, in that regard, like what he started with, he started with the whole union bit, like, oh man, right, comedians don't make that much money, but it's just like, you're multi-platinum T.I., so it's just like, that's not really your thing here. You can't, you can't front that struggle. That's what I'm saying with comedy. Like, you can't fake it. It's not like rap, where you just you can come in off a beat, and long as you look or sound pretty much like, the line of rappers that's out, then you making it. Yeah, it's like comedy, it ain't like that. If you ain't funny, I don't give a fuck what your last album did.
And what he did wrong too was he answered her question without setting up his previous jokes. Because we watched him a couple times, and he says, if I say something arbitrarily and I say big words, if you want me to explain them to you, I will expeditiously. Just raise your hand. So if he would have said that,
stop doing that. I hate that shit. Fuck that shit. It's fucking annoying. God, that's another thing I can't stand. Do that fucking overly. I don't know. Yeah, I could be wrong.
You was talking about, like, he has a certain way he carries himself as a rapper, and he's still trying to carry himself like that on stage. So he's comfortable on stage, but it's more of a rap comfort.
Yeah, like rapper swag don't work for comedy
with the audience at all, because they're looking at him like, why is he talking like how's he? So, and maybe that's how he talks to his homeboys.
Like, for example, when you have what's his name, Donald Glover.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Glover, the comedian, and Childish Gambino, the rapper, are two different energies.
The energies are so different. If you see them, they look different.
Right. That's crazy too. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we know who it is, but it's like,
but at the same time,
it doesn't work the same. Like you can't be a comedian with rapper swag.
Right.
I just don't think it works. Like that shit is cool when you trying to look the toughest or the coolest or whatever when the beat's about to drop. But as a comedian, it's just like, nah, it's like it requires a whole different energy. So off the bat,
Donald Glover is like a big goofy nerd on stage, but then Childish Gambino has that charisma and swag of a rapper.
Right.
And you can see it. You can see the shift in the energy between the both. And right now,
I'm trying to think of another motherfucker that
TIP. Jamie Foxx. You see Jamie Foxx do comedy. Even if he does the music comedy when he plays the piano, he's still like this big goofy. His eyes are crossed sometimes because he does Wanda. So it's a whole different persona. Even when he's acting, he's more a goofy person. And he's like,
I got a funny one. I think even Nick Cannon gets that.
Yeah, Nick Cannon does get it. I watched his stand-up.
Yeah.
Or Nick Cannon, Wild 'N Out Nick Cannon is not the same as America's Got Talent Nick Cannon.
Exactly. It's just like the energy, it has to sync up. So you be killing people there, and you can't front a comedian struggle. Like what up and coming comedians go through to make it to those Kevin Hart levels, Dave Chappelle and all that shit. Like T.I. can't for 1 second pretend that he can relate in comedy. As a rapper, he could talk about coming up and doing what he had to do and trapping and all that shit. But in comedy, it's a different thing. He has paid zero dues.
And I feel like if he was to actually take this serious, if he talked about coming up and what he did to make it as a rapper, made it funny about trapping, about, seeing people get caught up and busted, talk about how he got his wife or something. Like I said, this would be a great joke for T.I. is if he didn't realize she was getting her eyes dyed. He rolled over, looked at her, and started singing, "How did you get here?" Or "There's a stranger in my bed." Something like that. Like he should do stuff.
But see, that's the thing, though, and that's the thing, though. See, as a rapper, a rapper like T.I., that's kind of like you're compromising your image in a bit to really to be the comedian that you want to be or that you need to be. You kind of compromise that whole thug trap,
been to
no
jail,
snitching, serious
that
mantra.
Too. No snitching. He could be like, you know what? I should have snitched. Like he could flip that 1 year in jail was like stupid. I should have snitched. Like I was thinking about.
But that's the compromise.
Right.
We're like, oh shit, that's funny. But then we like, yo, T.I. over here talking about he should have flipped and snitched.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's the thing. You can't really relate to people when he's trying to stay as the rapper, but he's trying to make people laugh.
What's up, Cameron? We see you.
What up, fam?
Let's see. Dave R said this arrogant manlet hack is getting exactly what he deserves. Getting booed off stage. ASAP. You don't know about that.
Getting booed off stage. ASP.
All puns intended. All right. We'll get back into it.
Why I say that? Just imagine, I'm gonna give you some advice.
Hey, wait till the funniest part of this is the white dude in front that he tried to check. This is the most disrespectful fucking boo ever.
You see your favorite motherfucking celebrity, do yourself, do me, and the celebrity a favor. Before you go approach these people, think about what the fuck you gonna say. You understand what I'm saying? I'ma tell you what happens. Imagine me sitting down with my family for the first shot of tequila of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I see a motherfucker in my periphery doing shit like this.
These niggas are howling too. You hear that shit? These niggas These
When he told this
motherfuckers
joke,
got
I'm thinking-
indigestion in that crowd.
Yeah. That's just...
They ain't even booing. They're just like, oh.
And
hey, Keys, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. Woo!
Is that you? Why, yes, nigga, I guess it is. And the motherfucker always want to take a picture and say shit like, nigga, I gotta take a picture. Ain't nobody gonna believe me. Well, you should stop lying so motherfucking much, nigga. That ain't my motherfucking fault. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. To be honest with you, my kids don't know who the fuck I am. My motherfucking kids obviously don't know who the fuck I am. I got one, his name's King. I put up motherfucking college fund money for Major. I had to put up bond money for King. I'm really worried about this nigga. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Please don't name your son King, cause the shit don't work out with him. Goddamn it, you don't mean King like the next King. This nigga mean now, nigga. I'm gonna your spot with the neck. Hey, goddamn it, I think I know why. I think I know why. I believe I know why. You see, a while ago, he was about 10, 11 years old, man. I think this is where the animosity started. The nigga walks in, caught me slamming his mom. You hear me? Nailing his mom. We ain't been the same since.
no. That could have been funny, but he should have acted it out. Everybody,
I know
T.I.'s little awkward body just moving on stage like he's fucking tiny, and then he should have made her little voice. Ow,
Caught me slamming his mouth.
I couldn't imagine that because her facial expression. That would have just tore me apart.
Yeah, and then he was already going into it. But I think the bad thing was that he already lost.
Yeah, he already lost them
with the build up to that.
Right, but the way he's talking to the audience, this is how you talk to your homies. This is how you talk to people that already know you and can get a feel for where you're going with things. That's the way he's talking.
Right.
He already had animosity towards me, like the way he's talking. Check this out, right? Like the way he's talking. It's like he's sitting on the corner or sitting in his backyard talking to his boys. So, he hasn't drawn the audience in from the very beginning.
But I just already think the audience at this point is like,
fuck
you
once
and your
you lose them,
ass kids.
If you lose them to the point of booing, you've lost them. There's no getting the audience back.
Yeah, I mean they're past booing. They are groaning.
Yeah, they're howling like you said.
Like these motherfuckers are upset.
Well, goddamn. I'ma tell y'all motherfucking ass like this. You got one more motherfucking album out of me. It's called Kill the King for motherfuckers like you. And I appreciate y'all because you make me the absolute best, nigga.
Then that's where he fucked up. Because then he started trying to flex on the audience that he's disappointing.
Right. This audience could make him the best comedian if he would actually realize that he don't have them, and he would go work on his craft.
Man, right, Sebastian, he's trying to talk over the booing. Besides, instead of focusing on his set and figuring out, what the hell he need to do, just like you just said. Like, man, that's crazy. And then that's the common theme or thing that I noticed in this set. Is kind of misrepresenting and flexing his position.
And that where he got into this, he's like, I'm gonna tell your motherfucking ass like this. Like that doesn't resonate with the audience that you're trying to get. Like,
I mean, it works, I guess, if you're somebody like Bernie Mac. Like, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers like this,
Yeah, but he comes out like, I ain't scared of y'all. I'm gonna talk to you motherfuckers. Or I say what I want. Because I'm not afraid of you, motherfucker.
But even then, it's a comedic tone to it. It's
a tone to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more of a dominant tone that he's trying to have. Like I'm gonna try to control it this way, and then you better laugh.
Right. He's commanding the stage like a rapper, and it's just not the same. And that's probably going to be one of his biggest struggles, is the fact that he got to decide. That's going to be a compromise, because to be a comedian, people don't look at comedians how they look at a T.I.
Exactly.
And so and I don't even mean it in a bad way when you say sell out, but sometimes selling out means going all in. So if he wants to be a comedian, he's going to have to embrace that.
He give that 110%.
Yeah, we're not T.I. King of the South tip on in the comedy circuit. That shit is not going to be funny.
Right. Exactly.
New York has made me the motherfucking best, nigga. I appreciate you. Stages like this has made me the motherfucking best I could be. Appreciate that. Now, another thing that my daughter does, can you believe my daughter know all her motherfucking mama shit, don't know none of mine? How the fuck my daughter know all her mama songs? They're my favorite motherfucking songs. She hear What You Know, is like, who's that, daddy? I can't fucking believe it. But the good thing about having sons so early, now they're at a point in their life where they asking me for relationship advice. My son asked me shit like, Dad, how do I know if she's the one? Nigga, I don't motherfucking know.
Before we get to the part to where
that's
he totally
funny. That is potentially fun. Like, I might steal that. Because that shit is funny right there. You just gotta say it right. Like, how do I know? I don't fucking know. Like, you saw me struggling. Like,
yeah. And even like the part before that, just man, what did he just say?
Oh, my daughter don't know my stuff.
Yeah, it's about the daughter not knowing this.
That's
like,
actually pretty funny too.
That could be something, but it's just
he's got to say the right song and stuff. Like, Daddy, who's the Rubber Band Man?
Like, hey, what's a rubber band, man?
I keep a nine. You know I keep a nine, baby.
Explain that to your kid. What's a rubber band, man?
Right. What was in his other hand?
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you what you do. You treat her like a lady, be a gentleman, take her out, keep her hydrated. Wait until that absolute moment where she has to, number one. And what you do is...
God damn.
Even explain the joke. And he's still working on it. Like, you gotta try to calm him down. He just kept going. He never tried to win him.
Oh my God, killing this dude's build up. God damn. Has this ever happened to you?
Me?
Yeah, like,
oh man. Yeah, I think it was that when I told the joke, the Trayvon Martin joke. That is the. Oh man, I was trying to be like a soft joke to build up to. I was going to talk about the Boston Marathon, but when I told that Trayvon Martin joke, I lost them completely. They said no, it's too soon. I think someone started to boo, and I was
because that's a different thing, though. I think getting a reaction from the crowd to the point to where like they're really booing.
Right. So
it's too different.
With me, it was a reaction because they didn't like that. Right. They didn't like that concept because, we're black and we should have stood for Trayvon Martin. And I was just trying to make light of it, saying he went to heaven because his hoodie was holy. And they didn't like it. And they were saying it's too soon and all that. And he had been dead for 5 years. So, and that made me realize, like, okay, I know my audience. I know where I am. That's something I might find funny, and it may work with like a small crowd of people who know me and my sense of humor like that. When I'm trying to get a whole big audience to cooperate and laugh together, that's something I can't just drop on them right away out the gate. Right.
So what do you think? Like, okay, once you got them at this point and they're howling,
right?
They're upset.
But, like for T.I., since he's T.I.,
what do you think?
I was like, play music.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if you're not T.I., you can't see like DJ help. I'm saying, what do you do in that instance? Like, do you think like, okay, if you already got them and they hate you, do you say, oh fuck it? Do you try to dig in and see if you can provoke Because it seemed like
So what you
like
do?
Dave Chappelle, like when he says he has a bad crowd, he's like, oh fuck it. He starts going in and he starts talking shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If you got a crowd that does not filling your set, you can't stick with your set. You can't keep pushing your set or forcing your set down their throat. You're going to have to flip it and get something relatable going on with them so that they would like it. So like T.I., music. He could start, he should have said something like, I'm sorry, help, play mediocre. Like that joke I tried to tell. Like say something where they like, oh yeah. Or point someone out. And everybody can see that motherfucker right there who's balding on the top. Looks like he got a cul-de-sac for a hairline. You have to say something to get something going so they can feel his sense of humor. Also, he's too stiff. He's too cool, right? So he has to loosen up. And the way he walks, he kind of glides like a pimp on stage.
He look like he about to start quit walking right here.
Right,
he got it stuck at.
Right. So the way he's so that's also kind of like body language plays a lot into it too, and facial expression. He does a lot of frowning while he's talking. I'm noticing, so that it's not coming off as fun.
That shit is like
energy.
Yeah, that shit is menacing.
But it's instilled in him because that's who he is as a rapper. So it's hard for him to just switch that off. That's why I was like, he said he was doing it for 3 years. He should have been really, really practicing so that when we see him on stage, we see Clifford Harris, not T.I. or Tip.
Right, real shit. Let's see if we can wrap up this video.
All right.
You drive up to a nice fancy gas station and tell her this the gas station with heated seats in it. You let her get out, you go in that goddamn gas station. If she come back out that goddamn gas station and say them seats wasn't heated, that's not the motherfucking one she sat on that gas station toilet seat. That bitch is for the streets. I'm telling you now. Any respectable woman in this mother.
Look at how niggas are treating this shit like a World Star moment. Like he's bombing bad, niggas are up recording it like World Star.
No, that bitch is for the streets. I'm telling you now. Any respectable woman in this motherfucker know you go to a public restroom, you cop that awkward motherfucking spot, and you got there pull your pants down, not past your knees, don't want to touch the pissy flow. If she don't do that, don't you bring that bitch home. Now, I will say, it's always the motherfucker with a bad back tooth got something to say, smell like a dead body in his mouth when he open it. I will tell you that. Hey, listen, man, you ain't been here. Gentrification just started about 8 years ago. You just got here. I ain't gonna allow this from you. All my niggas I'll take it from. You, sir, I will not allow it. I will not allow it.
Fight back.
I tell you what you do. Envy. I know, I got an advantage.
Do some songs. Start rapping.
I have an advantage, nigga.
And he got the whole crowd right there. You know, he got.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, he's T.I.
I wish that motherfucker would. You sorry, ungrateful motherfuckers, you. I wish that motherfucking would. Hell is you talking about? You got the right motherfucking one, man. I really do appreciate. Hey, listen, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love you motherfuckers more than you'll ever know, nigga. And this is something that I enjoy doing. And I appreciate y'all allowing me the opportunity to stand up and do what I love, nigga. You hear what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Cause you don't know how my motherfucking house go. You don't understand that my wife, goddamn, she was a star before I was. She constantly reminds me of that shit. She say shit to me like, nigga, I was platinum in '94. What the fuck were you doing? Selling dope, dear. What the fuck you think I was doing? Man, I appreciate y'all, man. That's been my time, man. Tip Harris, you dig? Let's go. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Yeah.
Like he has so many options with music. Like that, he needs to figure out, develop a set with his music to where when he says things, the DJ will play like a track of his or something, play a little spot or something like that. Like she was like, I want to dye my eyes. Like, I'm not sure, baby, but you can have whatever you like. Like He should
He
do
can play
something.
off a lot. Shout
can
out to
play off a
Scott
lot.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebastian
can play
said he
off-
would have told him to suck his dick, his whole dick, and nothing but his dick.
Yeah, that shit got bad. And that was the standing ovation that he was talking about. I think he was talking to what's his name? Michael Blackson.
Yeah, when he's talking to Michael Blackson, he got a standing ovation.
But shit, they gave it to him, like they let him know, like, nigga, nah, this ain't it. But you know, they still gave
music, get off stage.
yeah, they let him know, like, yeah, you know, yeah, we let you talk your shit. You gotta fucking go ahead and roll with that shit.
Right. The next person better be funny. That's everybody was saying. They better have somebody hilarious come out right now, because the whole show would be ruined if someone was like mediocre come on after T.I. Like, you have to have a strong comedian to follow T.I. and bring everything back up, get everybody in that lighthearted mood.
Yeah, I hope he went first. Oh no, I don't even. I don't know where you put that. I don't know where you put that on.
For that, he had. For me, the best way would be is he be last, but there has to be an announcement like, y'all had a good show tonight. It was good. Everybody came. You saw the headliner. It was a great show. Y'all can go home, but we still have T.I. If you want to see the comedy stylings of T.I.
Yeah, no, you got to bring that motherfucker in. Like, you got to let everybody know, like, this shit about to go a little bit different. So you got to come in with the now. Get ready for the comedy stylings of T.I. Tip Harris. And then it kind of just puts you in a little different mood. You can kind of like play some songs and shit in between. Like, oh yeah,
bring them out.
That's right. Cool, so you want to know if your girl the right one for you. You make sure she don't touch the toilet seat. Don't let her drawers hit the pissy floor. And you just come back. You go in and out of the jokes.
Right. You want to know if she with you. You ask her if she wants some great goose. You don't get loose. Play the song like
Coyote. Right. Coyote Cage. She said she said that pretty much his issue, like he has an entitlement issue.
Right. He has a huge entitlement issue.
And that's what we were trying to say earlier.
The big thing is when we saw the Michael Blackson thing where he was talking to Michael Blackson, he was more relaxed homeboy, like not T.I. Like he was more Clifford or something. Like, so he was laughing, he was joking with him. His energy was different talking to Michael Blackson than he was on stage, and that's like the same energy he needs on stage. The energy that he's known he's giving off on stage is like, I'll cut you if you don't laugh. And you know I went to jail for gun charges. I will kill you. Like that's the type of stuff he's giving on stage. Gentrification happened 8 years ago. It's terrible.
Yeah, Scott Free said we miss when artists made more music and less content. But I think that's just the direction that everything is going in. Like,
I don't
know, especially with rap. Like, I don't feel that people overall or in general just appreciate rap, hip hop, that space in the same way that they did. So you got to have the content, and then for whatever reason, when rappers start getting in their 40s and they start, or they just start getting older, then pretty much overall, we pretty much start telling rappers, regardless of talent, they got to hang it up. It's like you're 40. We don't do that with any other genre. So once you get older as a rapper,
Aerosmith don't even have to even sing anymore. These
motherfuckers can barely walk on stage and they still sell
along out. And singing along with everything. Like, I loved how Run and DMC was around longer than people wanted them to, because they were still doing things. I was like, please keep making it. And then like Uncle L, he transitions to TV and doing stuff. A lot of people don't even know he was a rapper.
Right, because it's been so long, and I think that's. I mean, he's still active, but it's just
active. He's about to drop an album.
It's no thing. So it's like at some point, like with rappers, especially, like you got to figure out a new niche. Mm-hmm. So in that regard, even with T.I., as far as that go, I mean, I can't blame him for trying to like find something else.
I thought that's what he was doing. I thought he was.
Nah, that shit was kind of terrible.
Family hustle, and he was. The thing is, you couldn't keep recording in his house because he got bitches kidnapped somewhere in there, and they have to. You got to shut that shit down. Never mind.
There's a lot of bad undertones on that show. I don't even want to talk on it. Yeah.
Keys is right. He does have a Napoleon complex with his little ass.
He says he got that short man complex going on. And it could be a little bit of all that. But I
Yeah,
just think ultimately it's just like when you give niggas access to shit, they just feel that they can bogart some shit or they don't have to respect shit a certain way.
And no one's
And
giving it to him straight either. Even like Michael Blackson was
right.
talking to him.
Tell
he
this
was
nigga like,
laughing
yo, you
that
not
they
funny.
posted something bad. Oh, I wish they would have posted the good stuff. Tell him. I watched
Bruh.
the shit, man. That was not funny. It was not.
That was not funny, mother sucker.
You straight capping, nigga. I can't like.
I see them. They almost booed the roof off the building.
Right. Give it to him straight, and then, hey, I will help you develop and do more. Like, who is mentoring him or pushing him into doing this kind of who
wouldn't
said,
matter.
Man, that's the good shit. I know you rap, but you should start doing comedy. Where's that nigga at? Who got him hyped up enough to be like, go on stage? And I know he has this, once you tell me no, that makes me want to need to do more. Because I got this little thing called the King of the South, and I did it myself. And they said I couldn't be the King of the South. But what I do, I became the motherfucking King of the South. So now this nigga is thinking he can be common because he says he doesn't take no for an answer. And that's another reason why I believe he's still kidnapping bitches with his wife. Because if people tell him no, he wants it even more.
That's fucked up.
He put it out there.
I think ultimately he's always gonna have that struggle until he can appreciate the culture and the grind, till he has that respect. It's always gonna be this, because if you don't get that, it's the same thing with anything. If you go into the NBA and shit, you're not doing like Kwame Brown, and you go into the NBA and you don't do the work that you need to do, and you don't pay the dues and shit that you need to, you don't work on your craft like you need to, then that's the results that you're gonna get. And it's gonna always be that until he gets that appreciation and that respect from the culture. I bet
you when he was slanging or whatever, and he was probably like doing little freestyles or writing raps constantly all the time, because that's like always the story. It's kind of like Sister Act 2. I hate to say it, but if you don't wake up thinking about the craft and trying to perfect it every time you get up, I know that's how he was with rap, because he wanted to be a rapper so bad, right? So he had little rhymes about trapping in apartments, abandoned buildings. He talks about this. So he constantly had stuff down that was perfecting the craft, sharpening, honing his skill. Now he just thinks, I'm T.I., I'm on stage, I'll say whatever.
Right, and it just doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Comedy-wise, we don't give a fuck.
Like every morning I wake up, there's something stupid that I didn't thought of and I need to write down or say. Like right now, I'm working on a joke about Aunt Jemima and pancakes.
Right. It's just always something that you're just constantly working at. And that's the thing. I just don't think he really thinks that he can just take the T.I. image and bogart.
Yeah.
It's zero respect. Like he doesn't understand. Like it sounds fucked up in a sense, but realistically, he shouldn't be in that spot at the Barclay.
Definitely should. So the stuff that he was doing, where he did that one room we saw, it was all dark, and then he did the one room where he got on stage with the lady because she said something. Like those are the rooms where you work out the stuff to where when you come out and you do it, it's like hit, pause for the laugh break, hit, like it's coming. So now you can do a big audience and control the audience. He's done a couple of them. He was like, well, okay, now you see I'm doing it. Like he did it just to show people proof that he was on stages, and then they gave him this opportunity because T.I. is a name people want to see. Not for comedy, just because it's T.I. And he knows that.
Brian Black said, people are afraid to critique him because he gets aggressive. And I think
like he did with Godfrey.
Right. But I think even now, I think the last week, I think comedians are like, dude, okay, hold on. Because especially with the incident with the female, I hate that I don't know her name.
Yeah, I forgot her name. But she runs that show. That's her open mic.
Right. That's her shit and everything. So I wish I knew her name. If somebody want to shout her name out, we'll shout it out. But yeah, I think when people saw that and saw how it go, because it was weird. Because first of all, it's like you're an up and coming comedian and shit. It's like, why the fuck are you out there heckling that girl? like that. Like I just thought that shit was weird. Like I think, like, okay, for example, if I'm as an up and coming artist, if I go to an open mic and we're doing that whole thing, or we're performing, we're opening for a major artist, we're not out there heckling the other artists that go up before we get our slot.
No.
You know, so it's like it's a certain, and that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as he doesn't respect it and value it the same, he's always going to get the same results. It doesn't matter what comedians he talked to, who tries to coach him. He doesn't respect it,
Right?
and that's the thing that's really it should kind of like bother people. Right?
Like Billy Allen just said, he's just not that funny. With all the money he has, why doesn't he hire a good comic writer? You can have the best comic writers in the world, but you can still got to deliver it.
Right. And that's still a talent in itself.
Yeah. So like anybody can have a comic writer, comedic writer. A lot of famous people who get big, their what is it called? The creativity's kind of run dry a little bit. They have premises, so they have people help them write it, but they already know how to deliver the whole setup and punchline, right? But with T.I., he might have some people helping him write. We don't know, but they need to have somebody help him with his stage presence and how he carries himself on stage. Like he needs the whole package. He needs to do like revamp everything that he knows about entertaining and start from scratch if he really wants to be serious about this.
Right. Scott Free. He said DMX is low key one of the greatest. Nope. DMX, Darkman X. That's where it's at.
Oh, Darkman X is the greatest.
Never forget what real is. And cats that used to say X is the best. No, he still is. Can't help but feel this. Putting goosebumps in
your The amazing thing about DMX is how intense his music is and how he would get everybody silent for that prayer. And like the way he controlled.
And everybody be crying. We was just ready to kill and rob niggas 2 seconds ago and shit. Now we all like, oh my God. Oh my God. X. Man, that dude, they'll never.
And then X gonna give it to you. And then we all hype all over again. Like what?
Yeah, all the motherfuckers people put up there and shit. None of them motherfuckers is like X. From Jay-Z to whoever y'all want to throw out, Eminem. None of them motherfuckers could follow X, and they know this. This ain't even like a diss or like they know it. You didn't want to follow X. That would. Certain people, I think they come here and they they occupy their space and they're just special. There's just something about them that just makes them, kind of stand alone.
Right.
X may have not always been the most like, wordsmith with it and everything, but he had some other shit that like a lot of motherfuckers just don't. And it was just real and it was gutter. He had talent. He could rap his ass off. Yeah, it was just, man, that was a huge loss for hip hop.
You know what I really think of what T.I. is doing right now? Like Billy Allen saying his content is trash, like his deliveries, everything's trash. I really think he doesn't really have a true set. So when you do comedy, you have a set, you constantly build on, constantly working on it. You might have to say that same shit 150 times before it hits the way you want it to, and you can just do it verbatim. Whatever. I feel like T.I. is still trying to do it like off the dome and just.
I hope he not.
No, just the way he's doing stuff on stage. It looks like he has stuff that he wants to talk about and he has no particular order how he wants to talk about it and he's just going.
I just don't think that the sets will work. And then once you start getting booed, it's just like, oh shit, that causes an inner panic. Yeah. Shout out to Billy Allen. He wanted through the 5. He put 5 on it. So we appreciate that. That was our first cash app.
That's what's up, Billy Allen.
Yeah, but I don't think he works on his sets enough.
He doesn't. You can tell he doesn't work on it because he had a joke about who is the one. I listened to it, and if he would have worked on that one a little bit better, it would have worked because it was like, how you know you're the one? Well, people always talk about you can be with the highs, but how about with the lows? What if you got in a bad accident, you lost your leg, and your nuts don't work? If she still want to be with you, then that's the one for you. Like I was like, that's cool. That's a good way to talk about it. And then he said something about nuts not working. And then he did a joke about that was the inspiration for This Our Little Secret. Because his wife was like, it was about a man with his little nuts. And we will keep our little secret. It just didn't go right. Like, but if he would have just reworked it and figured out how to deliver it, it would have hit. But he didn't do it. This time he was like, have the bitch go to the bathroom with heated toilet seats. Like, so.
Right. Nah, that was crazy. What was he saying? Coyote Cage, he said, you have to explain that. On my soul, bet Kwame get spit on the sidewalk.
And T.I. got big bish energy right now, because I remember when he performed in college and niggas threw things at him. He said he was a street nigga, and then he went that way. Like, he left. He didn't even do anything. So
was he performing comedy?
I think he was performing college music, and then when he was younger, and he didn't flex up right, I guess. I don't know.
Right. No, his shit just ain't funny. His delivery sucks as well, but just listen to his content. Trash. And that's the thing. I think, like, at some point, I think if you're going to do anything, you got to be open to honest, harsh criticism. And that's the thing that I was telling you. It's like certain people, like, you can see like the potential in something. Like, it's rare that you ever see somebody do something and you're just like, damn, I don't even think that shit will ever work.
Right.
And I would love to be proved wrong and everything. Like, you know, ultimately I wish everybody the best and accomplishing their dreams, but it's just like, it's certain things that you see early on where you'll be like, yo, if he don't get this shit, he's not going to get it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I said, no one's hitting them hard. The comics that's in this circle or around Atlanta or whatever, maybe they're just like, ooh, it's T.I. and they're fanning out the way Godfrey said he did. But I listen with a critical ear every time. Like, there's comedians out here. Like this one girl, she has this joke about she never knew about a blowjob. Someone told her about BJs in school, and she went home skipping saying BJ, and her mom was like, what do you know about a BJ? And she's like, blowjob, mom. And then she said, mom didn't say, did you know what it is? And she's like, no. So the mom lied to her and said, it's two dogs sucking dick. Right? And then she said, so my whole life I thought it was two dogs sucking dick until I realized what a blowjob is. I found out sucking my boyfriend's dick. That's the punchline.
Jeez. I think I know the girl.
Every time she told that joke, or every time she's upset, she would leave. So I caught her one time at the beginning of a show. I was like, why do you go on stage, tell these dry ass jokes and leave so no one can tell you about it? I don't know. It's like, this is a community and you want to be a part of it. You're fairly new. You should stick around. So if there's some criticism or some way to help improve your joke, someone can help you. You got a fat ass and maybe that's why you're leaving, because you don't want no one hollering at you like that. Maybe that's what it is. But it's not always about that. Like, you got to weed the people out, I guess. Because I'm not trying to holler at you. I'll holler at you while you're on stage and tell you to shut up because it's terrible. Like, I want you to, if you want to do this, let's do this, and I'll help you out. So what other joke you said? All your jokes. I don't like all your jokes, actually, but that was the one that really stood out to me.
You had to fight T.I. right, Billy. He said, you were the first one. He said, I don't know. Shit. Hit the Cash App. Y'all feeling it.
Right. Doing parodies and everything.
Well, we appreciate it.
But T.I. Godfrey said it best. He's like, I don't know if you have the sense of humor for comedy, like, because we talk shit, we banter, we say certain things, and next thing you know, motherfucker, you know who I am. Like, you gonna flip out on somebody. You should be able to roll with the punches without throwing them. And that's the thing with T.I. I think that's like, a lot of people say we don't want to give him criticism because he's so aggressive. The way he reacts, motherfucker, what you say? Like, he's gonna want to go to blows right away instead of listening to what people say. The way he got on stage with that girl and he was like, nothing came of it. They don't have no witness. Nothing came of it. Like, if I was there, I was like, yeah, nothing came of it. You got a high ass, you probably got an expensive ass lawyer. You probably killed some witnesses. We don't know what you did, T.I. But that's why we don't know where these women are.
Well, yeah. So I mean, just, I guess overall, what do you think? Do you think it's something where we'll look back at this and be like, damn, I remember when T.I. first started, but man, look at where he came. Or do you think
that would be amazing? But the way he is now, he is 5 years behind, and he said he had been in this for 3 years, and then he started doing it for 12 weeks. Like, the way he is, because he doesn't, like you said, can't take constructive criticism. He's not constantly working. He's probably just sitting around. Like, he did a couple things so people see that he's doing comedy, and now he's putting his name on stuff, saying I do comedy, and he's getting these people to come see T.I. But he ain't making them laugh.
I think it really boils down to this, though. People can clip this and everything. I would hope even T.I. would see this, but it's flat out. Until you respect it, until you respect the game is not going to respect you.
That's true.
And it's just that simple. Comedy is not a thing to where you're going to be able to bogart it and king of the South it.
Right. You can't strong arm it.
And the last thing he wants to do is create the energy or aura about him to where he's not respected by his peers or, the people that he's coming, he's coming into a
his
field.
Previous peers he may lose, but the peers that he's trying to come into, we don't respect him.
Right.
As a comedian.
If all these guys, from all of them, you got Michael Blacks and just different comedians have been speaking out and shit. If they're not fucking with him and shit, like that's bad. He's not going to be able to king of the South and overthrow these guys who some of them are looked at even as legends in their own regard,
Right.
In a sense. You have to have some kind of humility.
When he first came out to do this, I was like, is Duval helping him? Little Duval's been funny forever. When he had locks, he was funny. And he cut his hair. Like, where's little Duval?
That's the thing. I don't think he was humbled that night. Like, he was
talking
talking
crazy.
crazy.
You would think he would be humbled, but he wasn't. Because if he was humbled, we would have saw it on stage. Right?
He was like, I can't wait till they show the rest of the footage where I got the standing ovation at the end. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, are you serious?
The standing ovation at the end was, thank you. You played some music. Finally get off the stage. That's what that standing ovation was. It wasn't a standing ovation like you did a great job.
Yeah. And, you just kind of see this type of shit often. And that's the thing. Like, I think it's something to really look at because it seems like there's like a aura of disrespect around comedy. Like we had the whole thing with Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. And that seemed to spawn like a certain kind of energy. Like all of a sudden we seeing videos of motherfuckers jumping up on comedians at shows. And just all around, it's just like it's really a lack of respect for the culture. And for whatever reason, I don't know why people don't take comedy serious and they don't take the comedians serious.
Right.
And it's just like, man, it's gonna take the wrong one.
In everyone's life, they have gotten great laughs in school, at work, with their boys, right? At some point, there was someone, saying something and people were laughing at it. Like, man, you could probably go on stage and do this for real. So if T.I. had that energy around people and people telling him, you can do this, man, go do it. You're T.I. And now he's like, yeah, I can do it. But he's not presenting himself at like the proper way. So it's easy for you to take advantage of like regular everyday laughs that you get and think, I always wanted to be a comedian. I hear people all the time say they always want to be a comedian, they always want to try it. And I say, only way to really know is to actually do it, because there's no feeling like being on the stage with the boos, with the laughs. You cannot replicate it or simulate it.
But honestly, though, I mean, shit, how long has T.I. been in the game? He's had reality shows. He'd done a lot.
Right.
When have you looked at T.I. and just thought that he was that funny?
I never thought he was funny at all. Like, there were some things that was funny.
You had a family reality show where you could see somebody in their most natural element.
Right. And his stuff wasn't fun. Even with his natural element of his family, the way he runs his family, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. It's still T.I.-ish. It wasn't he's a goofy dad. You don't see him as a goofy dad. You just saw him as a strong dad or just a dad. Like when you saw him with his kids and stuff and talking.
Right. And that's the thing, too. I think we had touched on that, off the show. Just about how people have yes men around them.
And that's T.I.
Man.
There are tons of yes men. But I got to actually get ready and go because I'm hosting a comedy show tonight. I'm going to make some people laugh, something T.I. might never do.
Yeah, man, we really want to just touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
Give people something else to fucking talk on and think about. Like, you know, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Do you guys think that, you know, T.I. will evolve or become better?
That would be amazing if he evolved.
And that's right. Like Billy Allen said, hit that cash app.
Hit that cash app. Hit that cash app. Hey, hit that cash app. Hit that cash app. Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
But yeah. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when we on here talking at Grease. We will definitely be back Sunday.
Yes, we will.
Because
we got to touch on a lot of things Sunday.
Yeah. Kwame Brown. Boy, tell that boy don't do it to himself. This is the Chin Check Podcast. Please tell Kwame don't do this to himself.
Don't
That's
enter
not
the arena.
What he wants.
We don't pull no punches. Hit you with the straight facts and hard truths.
He tried it. He tried to put me in a do-low twist early. I held it there. He tried to put us in a do-low twist.
All right, Scott Free. I promise you I won't get booed. Thanks, man.
Joe's pretty decent. It's funny as hell to me, though, man. Motherfuckers, you'll be having my shit like, you know, when you laugh.
Most of the time you get the raw stuff. That's what
I be telling you to do on stage, man. Get on stage and do that raw shit. Ain't that offensive?
I wouldn't even be saying on stage. But yeah, let me get out of here.
Right, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kwame gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. Shit.
Right,
yeah, we about to get up out of here. It's been real. And till Sunday.
Till Sunday.
Hey, y'all. T.I.'s doing comedy now. He gets on stage and I'm like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Trash ass said he disrespects the life. Don't you dare talk about his life. I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Rapper turned comedian, is that right? Telling jokes nobody like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Anytime I see you pick up the microphone to crack a few jokes, I'm ready to boo you. Stage time, you get it, I fear. Long ass words nobody wanna hear. Yeah, you ain't that funny, really not funny. Long as you got music, no need to be funny. You want it, I got it, sense of humor go by. Stop those broke ass jokes and be quiet. Trash ass said he disrespects the life. Don't you dare talk about his life. I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No. Rapper turned comedian, is that right? Telling jokes nobody like, I guess we're not laughing tonight. I said, I guess we're not laughing tonight. No.
That's really good.